I just finished season 2 of Oshi No Ko. I was super excited for it, and I will admit that I watched all 13 episodes in one sitting. Not my most productive evening, but what are you gonna do? I had such a fondness for season 1, this really felt like a layup. Listen, I don't think this season was bad, to be clear. I think for the most part it delivered its message thoughtfully and effectively. It just made me so sad. That's not the sort of analytical take I usually make, but I can't shake it. So I'm going to talk about it, and I want to know what you think in return. My first point of disconnect from the story involves the characters and their motivations. Right from the start, I felt out of the loop. I know that time has passed between the end of the first season and now, but characters and how they act through the whole Tokyo Blade arc just didn't jive with how I thought they felt and acted after season 1. Why is Aqua so close with Akane? Why is he so distant with Kana? I understand some of it has to do with the roles that they play in the play, but the lack of any real dialogue between Aqua and Kana felt really jarring to me. Now, Aqua is sort of a black box for emotions through the whole story up to this point, but this season I felt like I was being stonewalled from what was in his head. Like the whole date with Kana, the almost breakup with Akane, even his choice to be with Akane at the end, none of that hit hard for me because I felt at an arm's length from everything going on in his head. Why is he doing these things? Kept occurring to me. It was kind of like that with everyone, to be honest. There's a really fine line between a mysterious lack of information and a frustrating one, and I feel like I'm landing firmly in the latter. My second issue is that everything just got exponentially more depressing. No other way to put it. This is more subjective, but I felt like season 1 juggled the lighthearted and heavy aspects of the show a little more smoothly. By the time that season 2 ended here, I just kind of felt sick. It's not a crime to be sad, but I think that these 13 episodes just wore me down. Aqua being blissfully unaware of his mother's killer still being on the loose is sad. Ruby having her idol dream be completely consumed by revenge is sad. Akane being so okay with being manipulated by Aqua is sad. And a little weird? I'll save it for another time. And then I'm just sad for Kana, okay? I was really rooting for her, and it's like no one can be adult enough to string together 2 sentences about how they feel in this show. Ugh. Okay, a peek behind the curtain, I'm also pretty salty because I got one of the major manga plot points spoiled for me today because of a YouTube title and thumbnail. Like, who does that? Just tease it. Don't spoil it in the part anyone can see scrolling through. But I'll let it go. I want to talk more about Ruby. I think in broad strokes, having the twist for this season finale be that Ruby is the one who is taking on the mantle of revenge is really cool. But I feel like we didn't get to know Ruby enough for it to hit as hard as it should have. Beyond a passing moment or two in season 1, Ruby's a pretty flat character to us. Charming in her all-consuming drive to be an idol, but that's about it. Then, in a period of like 2 episodes, she both fully confesses her love for Goru and finds his body. On top of that, she finds out more about her reincarnation and her mom's killer. And in a grand total of 40 minutes, she's gone from lovable Ruby to hateful, kind of scary Ruby. That's a lot to stomach, especially when so much of the front end of the season was spent fleshing out huge backstories and motivations to characters much smaller in stature to Ruby when it comes to the main arc. It's hard not to have those really compelling parts of the story feel a bit wasteful when Ruby herself doesn't get that much shine. Oshi No Ko Season 2 had some really high points, don't get me wrong. Visually, it had some scenes that rank right up there with the best of them. And honestly, there were some stretches that were immensely affecting to me too. But I can't shake this growing discontent in me. These don't feel like the characters that I loved so much in Season 1. The fact that they changed isn't the problem. Far from it. Changing characters are what keep a story engaging. My issue is with how the changes happened. I don't know why. And that I do have a problem with. Add in the general downward trend in mood, and my eternal heartbreak for Kana, and yeah, I'm pretty sad. Am I going to watch Season 3 the second it comes out? Of course. Am I going to make videos about the parts of Season 2 that I thought were great? You bet. I'm an optimist through and through. But I had to get this off of my chest first. Like, I actually finished episode 13 and immediately wrote the script, and as you're hearing me talk right now, like, it's been an hour total since I finished season 2. What did you think though? I'm really interested.